Hey folks, this is Jake Davis from On the Fly Review for you, and today I'm talking about Respect, released last weekend, I believe. Maybe even this weekend. I'm not sure. No, it was last weekend. This movie's directed by Liesl Tommy, I think, and stars Jennifer Hudson, Forrest Whitaker, Marlon Wayans, Audra McDonald, Tate Donovan, and Mary J. Blige. This is the life story of Aretha Franklin, telling going over 20 years of her life as a young girl in 1952 Detroit to a global superstar, wrapping up with her recording her very successful, legendary Amazing Grace gospel album in 1972. Okay, now when it comes to biopics, to me, it's always I don't mind musical biopics because at least you're always guaranteed some music. You know what I mean? Some classic hits. Unless you're watching the Jimi Hendrix movie with Andre 3000, where they play literally no Jimi Hendrix songs in that movie. What the hell? I mean, it's still pretty good just because he's really good in it. But okay, to me, the problem with this movie was the same problem with most biopics. They kind of harp on the tragedy and kind of just fly through the triumph. I mean, we literally harp and go on and on, spend virtually the first hour of this 2.5 hour movie with her as a girl basically just trying to get out of her dad's house in Detroit. And then we just fly through all these years of her success and then drop like right into her alcoholism. And they always do this. Why can't we spend more time with the better days of these people's lives? You know what I mean? Anyhow, other than that, yes, I do think this movie was a touch shallow. As I said, did rush through some of the more important things, not just her triumphs, but also just kind of rush through her emancipation from both her abusive father, and her first abusive husband, as well as her battles with alcohol, and eventually coming back to Christianity, as well as, she was, I mean, be honest, she was one of the first social justice warriors, really. Social justice warriors don't actually care about social justice. They just care about, people patting them. It's all about patting yourself on the back. They don't really care about people at all. That's how I believe it. It's not the same as any of those. You aren't Martin Luther King. You just aren't. Not a damn one of you. The guy who played Martin Luther King, I forget his name. He was good in this. He didn't look anything like Dr. King. He kind of had that presence about him. He was very good in it. It's really, I like the costumes, the art direction, the music was really good. The more the movie went, the more she sounded like Aretha Franklin. I was just afraid, she was just going to play sounded just like Jennifer Hudson. But no, she sounded like Aretha a lot in this film. And she did a terrific job. She was very, very good in this. Of course, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she gets an Oscar nomination. This is the kind of shit the Oscars love to throw shit at. That is, of course, unless the streaming services completely don't own the Oscars by this point. Forrest Whitaker was good in this. But God forgive me. Lord help me. The best thing about this movie was Marlon Wayans. I was blown away. He was fucking phenomenal in this movie as her abusive, racist, worthless first husband. And he is... I can't overestimate it. I mean, I hope he's nominated for an Oscar. I was just jaw-dropped, dumbfounded by his performance in this. I thought he was absolutely great. The man should have been doing dramas. As soon as he did Requiem for a Dream, he should just drop comedy, because quite frankly, the fucker's never been funny, as far as I'm concerned, and he's wasted the last 20 years of his life trying to do these awful comedies. He was great in this. Marlon Wayans was fucking amazing in this role as Ted White. I almost would recommend seeing the film based on his work alone. Just to see, I've always said, any actor with the right role and the right director can give you magic, and I've never been fucking more happy to be proven right than with this right here, because this is a guy I've never liked him in anything, never thought he was funny, never thought he was talented. Usually I cringe Even when I seen him pop up on screen, his name in the title, I'm like, oh, fuck, he's in this? Seriously, he's one of those actors to me, but I'll be damned if he didn't fucking run away with this goddamn movie. Yeah. He's great. He's great in it. However, the rest of the movie is shallow. It is shallow and it's rushed. Even at 2.5 hours long, it somehow rushes through its story. But I would recommend it nevertheless. I'm giving Respect 4 stars. I found it very entertaining, even if it was merely for the visual design, the songs, and the performances. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to. I don't really give a shit. I'm Jake Davis. I'll catch you on the fly.